So in this video, we're going to apply our knowledge of algebra and our knowledge of triangle properties, at least the introduction that we know, to work out these problems, right? So if you haven't watched my first video about the introduction to triangles, classifying triangles, then please first watch those because this is a continuation. But other than that, let's get into it. So they're telling us to use the knowledge acquired so far to work out the same problems. So they're giving us a problem here and they're telling us if triangle ABC is equilateral. So at this point, you need to ask yourself, what do they mean by an equilateral triangle? We know equi means same, equal, So if this is an equilateral triangle, what they mean is all sides are equal. Like this side here is equal to that side there. So they want us to work out, to solve for the value of x and y. All right, so meaning this side BC is equal to the side AB. So that means 3x plus 1 should be equal to the side 49 meters. So if we work out this problem, subtract 1 both sides of the equation, you're going to have 3x being equal to 48, right? You divide 3 both sides of the equation, you're going to have x being equal to 16, right? What about the value of y? So this side AC should also equal to AB. Why? Because this is an equilateral triangle. Okay, so let's solve for y. That means also 18y minus 41 should be equal to 49, right? So if you add 41 both sides of the equation, you're going to get 18y being equal to 90, right? So we're adding 41 both sides of the equation. By now, we should know how to solve one-step equations, guys. If you don't know, that's okay. Just go back to my series of videos and watch that. I have it recorded. At this point, you're going to divide by 18, both sides of the equation. So if you have a calculator, really just plug it in. 90 divided by 18, you should be able to get 5. Now let's look at another problem. So we're looking at number 2. Okay, so they're telling us that the triangle WXY is an isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle, if you remember, is a triangle where 2 sides are equal, not all of them. 2 of the 3 sides of the triangle are equal. So they're giving us which sides are equal. They're telling us WX, this side, you mark it, is equal to XY. So it's equal to this side there. So these 2 sides are equal, but they're not equal to this side. They're equal to each other. So meaning 6x minus 77 is equal to 3x plus 4. Collect like terms. That's what they call it. So minus 3x here, minus 3x there. And we'll be left with 3x minus 77 is equal to 4. So if you divide both sides of the equation by 3, right, this would cancel. We'll get x is equal to 27. So the value of x here is 27. So find x and measure of each side. Always read the question until the end. So they want us to get the value of each side. Okay, so the value of x is 27. So let's get each side, right? So if I substitute for x in here, right, this will be 3 into 27 plus 4. So this is 85. All right, so meaning if this side here is 85, this side here has to be 85. What about this side? So the other side will be 5 into 27 minus 31. So that side is 104. Mind you guys, when you reach this point, just put it in your calculator and you'll be able to get that. Finally, let's look at the last problem. They're giving us this problem and they're telling us triangle MNP is an equilateral triangle. Find x and measure of each side. It means this side here has to be equal to this side there, and it has to be equal to that side right there. That's what it means. If you get the value of x, just choose the easiest equation. For me, I'll choose these 2 sides and equate them. So meaning 4x minus 25 should be equal to x plus 14. If I bring x the other side of the equation, I'll be left with 3x is equal to, take 25 the other side of the equation, you'll have 25 plus 14, which will be 39. Divide 3 both sides of the equation, you'll get x is equal to 13, right? So the value of x is 13. So meaning this side here, 13 plus 14, 27, and this is 27. So if you want to find out if this is really 27, just plug the value of x and find out if it's 27. But if it's an equilateral triangle, the measure of each side has to be equal. So if I get one side, has to be equal to all the sides. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video.